Good afternoon. What can I say about a market that's dropped over 800 points today, over 1,000 points in the last week? No one really has a secure answer, a definitive answer. There are those that believe interest rates are bringing on a recession, that the Federal Reserve is being too aggressive. We don't buy that. There's no sign of recession. In fact, the economic numbers look great. The employment numbers look great. So we don't think that's necessarily a cause. It could be a concern, but not a cause for an 800-point drop. How about a trade war with China? Well, that one might do it. We don't know how deep it goes. We don't know what the Chinese will respond with. You know, trade wars often end up in real wars. And whether China gets more aggressive in the South China Sea with commercial trafficking, vessels going through there, don't know, can't tell. That's all stuff for the boogeyman. Maybe it's the election. Maybe it's the idea that the Democrats take control of the House and the purse strings that the House has, and they cut off the military budget, they cut off a lot of the Trump agenda, and that our world going forward is one of nasty investigations, nasty hearings. Don't know, but all of these things can conjure up more negative visions as you go along thinking about them. How about anarchy? Is it possible that we're on the verge of a tipping point as far as our society, as far as civil unrest? The battle lines have been drawn. The philosophical differences are clear. There are those that are dyed-in-the-wool capitalists and believe that that is the way of government. That is the way to structure an economy, and those that are anti-capitalist and believe that people shouldn't have the excesses of wealth that they exhibit around today, and that they should share these with the poor homeless in the streets. And yes, we've got all kinds of problems. I don't know what it is, but I think all of those things wrapped up into one ugly nightmare is enough to cause the market to go down 800 points. This kind of a drop has to be respected. I've talked to people that are not concerned about it, that this is just a healthy correction, blah, 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 but we have to respect it from the standpoint that it's coming after an unprecedented rise in the market, a big move. We've come up 8,000 points since the election. There haven't been any real corrections. Last January was the only one, and we kind of went through that for 5 or 6 months, and we're above that and moving up again, and then this hits. But it's got to be respected because it could be sizable. I look for stops at 25,000, 20,000, and then much lower if you look at the technicals of the market. The technical picture should show you what supply and demand is. We don't know, except we do know this, that we have respect for this decline, and we have pared back multinational stocks just in case this tariff business really starts to hurt international commerce. So our exposure is being cut back, and we have very definite plans to cut back further if the market decline persists. All we can do is watch, read, listen, and think about what it means. But that's how a lot of bear markets start. The reasons aren't evident, and then they become evident at a much lower price. Anyway, we're at the switch. We're trying to read the tea leaves, and hopefully this is a short correction and we resume an upward advance. But I think the election cloud is big. So between now and the next 3 weeks or so, whenever the election is, it's going to be tense, volatile time. So that's what we know. I hope you have a good rest and don't get up too early to watch the market. We're doing that. Thank you.